Well, that bit of the interior scrubbed up all right. I guess we better have a look at the problem child interior. G'day everybody, very short video today just to show you what we're up to. I go back to work tomorrow for the week, and then I've got a big irrigation project out at the farm over there on the weekend. So we may not get much done this week, but we'll just see what I'm going to be chipping away at. It's going to be quite boring to watch if I just keep recording it. So I'll just tell you what I'm going to do and just do it. So this morning I finished taking the insides of the rusty beast apart, and we found, because it had been raining, that the leak is coming through that back window, down the back wall and across the floor, and it clearly has been doing it for a very, very long time. The rest of the floor looks okay. I'll get in with a wire brush and clean everything up and make sure there's nothing going on, but generally it looks okay. A little bit of surface rust here and there. I've got new seat belts and new seat belt bolts, so I'm not worried about that. There's no rust in the front floor pan. There's no rust in the floor on this side that I've found yet. So it looks pretty good, but over here we found some, actually it's quite encouraging. Now it may not look encouraging because I've just been chipping away and wire brushing here and there, but what I did is I took the computer off. The computer in these cars lives under the seat, and I just started to peel back so I could get a feel for what's where and how it goes. I did find the orange sponge, which lives in the pillar, and that's on the other cars as well, so it must be to silence some noise, so that'll be going back. Found a hole here, which is in front of this cross member, and this is the previous repair. So my plan at this stage is, regardless of what I decide to do, I'm going to cut this piece of the floor out and clean it up and have a look. So this is the floor pan panel here, and this is, let's call it the sill panel, and I haven't been able to get this seat belt bolt out yet, but the sill itself looks okay. It's got some pitting. It's not the end of the world, but everywhere I've exposed it, it looks okay. So I'm gonna grind the spot welds off, cut across here. I don't have any beams under here at all. Cut across here to this point. This is where the cross member is, and I've got another hole here which I've been using as my reference, and then I'll use the Dremel across here just to cut this a little bit so I can at least see, and then we'll just start grinding and looking for all the spot welds to take this part of the panel from the front, and then we'll work our way back. This is the bolt for the chassis. That'll come out. It actually looks pretty good in here. It doesn't look like the water's sat, which is quite encouraging. It's just gone through here. This is the seat mount, and it's actually a sheet metal over a mount, so I need to take this off, clean it all up and have a good look. If it's shot, the car's going. If it's okay, the car's not going just yet. And then we'll continue to cut our way around here, across this way. There's another beam here that I need to watch out for, and then we'll just keep peeling our way back, which takes us to the back corner. So looking from the other side, here's the sill panel. Again, pretty happy with that. We'll grind our way back this way, and I've been highlighting the spot welds where I can find them. There's no beam under here, but I did find a hole. There's another hole here. And if you look through there, the sill looks pretty good. As we come up to here, there's a whole heap of bracketry under this floor that's spot welded to this piece of sheet metal. Now this piece of sheet metal, I've ground out the body filler, or the panel, let's just call it the goop. We ground the goop out, and this floor pan overlays everything else, which is really encouraging, because when I get the donor piece out, I can just drill these out, stick it down and spot weld back through these. What I haven't been able to do yet is get this seatbelt bolt out. I haven't had a red hot go yet. I'm going to do that later today, and then get really hooked in with a wire wheel into this corner. I don't actually think it's going to be terrifying. Spoke to a couple of blokes locally today, and they said because this is just sheet metal, if all the beams are good and I can get it out cleanly, then there's no reason I can't. I'm going to have to find a welder to spot weld or fill this cut line back in. I did think about just doing this little corner and then go from here forwards, and I may do that yet, because that would leave this piece and this piece across here still intact, and the original would still be there. But I need to have a look what's happening here. So there we go. I'm still very nervous about it. I looked at cab swapping, and legally it's a problem, so at this stage that's a no. If this cross member's rooted, or this corner's rooted, or I can't get this seatbelt bolt, I can't compromise safety for seatbelts, so I've got to get that out clean and then clean this up. So I'll wire wheel everything before I grind it, just to make sure that I can see where the spot welds are, where the beams are, and go from there. So yeah, it's disgusting looking, and it's dirty and filthy and horrible work, but you know, it's part of the fun, isn't it? I do need to get underneath it and have a look at where all the beams are sitting, but I've killed 3 redback spiders under here already today, and I'm not real keen on them. The other thing I looked at was whether I keep this join, so there's a panel here and a panel here, keep this join and just come through this way. But I think this piece of metal here is rooted, so, but if I leave this bridge, then I don't need this one. So that's one of the goals, is to try and, you know, see how I go. Even if I only go 3 inches, that's a positive start. So yeah. And how are we going to get it out of the other car? So the plan is to go scorched earth on this shell. We're going to take straight across, probably here, across the top of the tunnel, down the back side here, across the top, up there, somewhere across here, and then we'll cut through here. We'll cut through this pillar. There's a second sponge I found. I must put a sponge in there to keep the noise down. I'm going to need to cut a piece out of this. I'll get a piece here. I'm going to need to take this piece here, put it back in, and then obviously through there and that whole bit there. So let's get serious. And just having a quick look from underneath, here's that hole just below the corner. Here's the next beam where that joint in the panels are. Here's the beam at the front, and then I don't have anything else to watch out for as I go forward. So the key is to make sure I maintain the integrity of that beam there. So, and yeah, spiders galore, and they're not pleasant. So we got rained out. I'm doing all of this outside because my shed's full of dead tractors and quads. So we cut across here, we cut across there. It had separated, this panel has separated from this beam, so it was easy to get across here. I do have a little weld to fix. I'll have to fix that there when it comes time. This panel came out clean. I've got spot welds to drill out here, and this panel, this sill cover is actually coming off really well. I still haven't got the seat belts out. That was what I was doing when it started to rain. This beam looks really good. You can see the spot welds here. The seat mount is exceptional. It's good here. We'll obviously have to clean that out, and I still have to get some of this schmuzzo off. That's one cutting disc. I bought 7. I've used 1, but I'll probably use more to get the other floor out. Definitely going to cut the floor bigger. So that's the front half. No surprises, nothing scary. Okay, it's all terrifying, but nothing unusual. I did have a little bit of an overcut there that I'll have to fix. That's fine. I'm not worried about that just yet. Looking from the back, still no real scary stuff. Handbrake mount, good. Here's some more of the sill with some spot welds which I have to clean off. That's fine. I'll clean all the goop off of here. There's a little bit of surface rust and some pitting on this sill here, but no holes that I've found yet. Sorry, I put my hand in the way. Had a little go bad with this beam. I measured 1 centimetre out. Again, I can weld that up. That's fine. I have to clean all the schmuzzo out from in here, and I haven't taken on the corner yet. 1, because it was raining, and 2, because I want to have this as a just the corner. As you can see, the hole goes into the back. It's rusty here, so I'm not looking forward to doing this corner. Gonna drill. I'll cut this with the Dremel. I'll drill as many of these out as I can and start peeling it up from the front, and then sort of work my way back in. So there you go. I told you it would be a long video, and it wasn't going to be, but this is all I've done all day. I haven't done anything else. Plenty of crap piling up at the bottom, and yeah, back to work for a couple of days, and I'll do some stuff every afternoon after work, and we'll get this cleaned up. Confidence building. So there you go, folks. Wasn't going to do much today, ended up doing a lot. The weather is awful. The carpet is drying, and thanks for watching. Hello to all the new people who watch. I'm going to have to buy more Rodeos. It's simple. Everyone likes watching. See you next time.